Hello guys, this is Sandra here, and today we have another first impressions video, which I don't think I've done one since the summer. And I have a few bits here and I have some more few bits in there, so why don't we just hop into it already. So first things first, also this will be mainly a drugstore video. I'm saying that, I'm pretty sure they are, or like not necessarily drugstore but really affordable. And if the lighting is slightly off, I will try to adjust, but it's currently about 4 o'clock and it's getting really dark. It's cold, it's depressing, so to make myself happier, look. This is a Flutter sheet mask with a sausage dog headband, or well, a dog headband. And if you know me, which, well, most of you don't, but you get what I'm saying, you know that I absolutely love sausage dogs. So when I've seen this in Superdrug, I just knew I had to get it. It doesn't say much about it, it's cruelty free. I'm pretty sure this is Superdrug's own brand, and it's vegan as well. And it doesn't really say what it's supposed to do. I think it's supposed to be like a hydrating mask. Also, it has perfume in it, so just be warned. But that's the last ingredient in there. Now, I think this was around £3 and you get 2 sheet masks in there and the headband. Let me get my scissors. And I thought I can put this on now and then maybe swatch the other products while this is working its magic. And also that's why I'm not wearing my Pudsey hairband today, because I wanted to use this one. And this might make more appearance in the future because, well, how cute is it? I mean, I don't know yet, but I expect it's gonna be quite cute. Also, my hair is a bit wet, I just washed it, so excuse that. Is it as cute as it should be? Yeah, it works. I like it. It has floppy little ears. Is it like a dog ear though? I'm not sure, but I like it either way. It's quite soft. And then for the sheet masks, oh, it's so cute. Look at that. Look. I am obsessed with dogs in general, but sausage dogs especially. I grew up with a sausage dog, and I think the light of my mirror is really annoying. I'm really sorry, that's the best I can do with the lights. And as I was saying, how cute is this? How cute is this? I think it's really cute. So I'm gonna put this on, and there's a layer of plastic on it. Is it supposed to help me with something? Do I need to take the plastic off? Does it say anything on this inner packaging? Spread the mask evenly onto face after cleansing. No, it says exactly the same. Okay. I'm a bit confused, I'm not gonna lie. Am I supposed to take this plastic off? I assume so. So it comes in this little like plastic with holes in it, and then you have the sheet mask. Oh, I see what this was. I think this was there so you can put it on your face and then pull it off. Well, I messed it up now. I will know for next time. I don't understand why that's necessary. And usually these masks are quite big on me. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh my god. You know what? Even if this is not the most moisturizing thing ever, and even if it doesn't do much, this is great just for the fun of it. Look at me. Okay. Oh my god, this is genius. Look at that. Oh, it's cute. Look at that. And you've probably seen this part of the video already where I say what I have to say, so you've probably seen the clip where I explain what we're doing today. But as you would have known, I couldn't figure out the lighting. It was dark, it was the night time, so we're back in the daytime just so we can go through this whole video again. And I have all the products laid out in front of me. I will show you the packaging as we go, just so you can see them again in proper lighting. And I did a little swatch again of the Wildlife palette. I'm not sure I kept it in the other video. The colors were quite off. So here we go again with my also non-professional swatches, just because my hand is too small, or I don't know. But basically this is where the first row starts. It keeps going on and the last row is 1, 2, 3. But the colors are much more real to life. They are beautiful. I really like these colors. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into this, and I will try to take it off my hand, but well, it's a bit tinted. But yeah, let me zoom onto my eyelid, and then we're gonna start with the eyes and then we do the rest of the face. I already primed my eyelids with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I know I have the Becca concealer, but that's a bit more hydrating, and I prefer something a tiny bit more drier formula on my eyelids. That's why I went ahead with the Wet n Wild one. And I'm gonna crack open this Berry M palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Pearl, which is just a matte creamy shadow. I'm gonna get a big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna set my whole eyelid with that. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried a few products from here since the last video. Only the 2 lip products though, nothing else. But I just couldn't. I was so disappointed last time that I couldn't film this because it was so dark and I couldn't get the lighting right, that I wanted to try at least the lip products, so sorry about that. I mean, I wore them all for like 10 minutes both, so it's not like I used them every single day since. It was a few days ago when I tried to film it. But you know, I did use them. Also, excuse me if my voice is still a bit croaky. I mostly came out of this whole flu thing that was going around, but every once in a while a cough still comes back. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, but I think I have a rough idea. So I think I'm gonna use 3 or 4 shades today. Pounds, Ferocious, oh, can you actually see them? Pounds, Ferocious, Snarl, and maybe a bit of Savannah and Feline, or actually maybe Kingdom, but I haven't. Basically, I point out almost all the colors but the green and the dark brown. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. Let's see. First I'm gonna take a blending brush. This is the Blank Canvas E42, and I'm gonna dip into the shade Ferocious, and I'm gonna blend it in the crease and in the outer corner. And I think I want to do a cut crease today because I want to, whoa, that's pigmented, because I want to use that collection liner as well, just to add a pop of color. Not like it's not gonna have color in it, but you know what I mean. Okay, this is a lot more pigmented than I expected it to be, so we might have to do quite a bit of blending here. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more pigmented than I expected it to be. Whoops. Whoopsie. And then I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used to set my eyeshadow base. And I'm just gonna blend. Just to blend the edges out a bit. And I'm gonna go back in with another shade either way, but... Alright. Go back in with the brush. I did no extra color at all. It doesn't need it. And also whenever I blend, I try to make sure that I hold the further down end of the brush, just so I can really blend it out without really any pressure and let just the brush do its job. I'm not gonna lie, there is a bit of a kickback in the pen, but as long as you tap off your brush, I think it should be fine. But also, this is why I always start with my eyes. Yeah, as you can see, I started with a bit less on this eye and it builds up beautifully. Now I'm gonna go back in with a smaller brush, which is the Morphe M506, and I'm gonna dip into the shade Savannah. Yep, definitely kick back in the pan, and I'm just gonna use it to blend the outer corner of this ruddy orange shade a little bit. And again, I'm gonna go back in with the big brush to blend over it. It just makes the smallest bit of difference, not a whole lot really. Then I'm gonna wipe the same brush just because I like how precise and tiny it is. And I'm gonna dip it into the shade that I'm the most excited about, which is Pounds, which is this dark burgundy. And I'm just gonna blend that in the crease. Yeah, there's quite a lot of fallout. If I hold up the whole palette, you will see both in Pounds, and there's a bit in there as well that I already blew away. But yeah, there's quite a bit of fallout, but so far they work beautifully. And then I'm just gonna blend this in the crease. Look at that color, oh my god. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in with the brush that we used first, and then use that as well to blend. And I will just keep going back in there. It's a beautiful shadow. I'm also gonna add some to the outer corner. And then go back and blend lightly. You can always add a bit more ferocious if I feel like in some places it doesn't blend, like here on the outer corner, just a little bit. Oh, this is such a beautiful shade. And even though there's a lot of fallout in the pan, there's not a lot down there. Also, this eye looks really intense in the camera. And I look quite weird right now, but in real life it looks pretty. Well, let's see how it turns out. I'm gonna do a school run in this later, so that might be interesting, but oh well. Obviously, you can do it lighter as well. Like you can blend it out like you can see on this side, but I do want to build it up. This would be quite nice with like a glittery pink shadow on top though. Can you imagine? Ooh. Would pair nicely with the Naked Cherry or the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. Or even the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one. That would look beautiful as well. Alright, now I'm going to take a small lip brush and I'm going to use the same Wet n Wild concealer to cut my crease. I'm going to put just a little bit on the back of my hand and then just go in carefully. Just tap the edges out with my finger. And then take a small packing brush and dip it in the shade Snarl. And I'm just going to apply it all over to the top. Oh wow, that's beautiful. And on the edge of it I go back with the shade Pounds. And also you can still see in the inner corner there a bit the dark Pounds shade showing through. Ooh, that's beautiful. I hope it's coming through in camera. Alright, let me match up the other eye and then I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. Both eyes are done and now I'm really excited. Comes another star of the show, which is the Collection Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Eyeliner in the shade Le Freak. And last time it didn't fully come through, but let me show you. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And I think if my camera focuses it will let a bit of like to the look, which is already colourful, but I don't care. It's fairly, well, almost about the same shades. And I feel like this is a really fine tip. And look at that. I mean, isn't that just something wonderful? And don't mind my messy hand, it's makeup hands. But I want to sort of apply just to the middle portion of my lid as like a little cut creasy kind of line, whatever you want to call it. So this might make or break the entire look. Hopefully it will rather make it. And let's see. I want it to be... I have quite hooded eyes, so it's gonna be hard, but I think... Sorry, it's hard to talk while doing this. Yeah, just there. Well, like so, maybe a bit more out. Like that. Oh, it's beautiful! Okay, let me try to position it exactly the same way on the other side, and I'm trying not to blink too much because it's just above where my hood is when my eye opens. So I try not to mess it up. I hope I won't because it looks quite cool. Oh, I'm excited about this if you couldn't tell. Alright, steady. Alright guys, we're back. Look at that. So the only thing I did is that once it dried I added another coating just so it's a bit more opaque, because on first application it was a bit sheer, and oh, I think it's so nice. It just a bit of added extra glimmer. And so far these two products, I just can't fault them. For a drugstore price especially, they are amazing. Now I might dull the lights later or change it slightly so the colors come across better, and once the eyes are fully done I will give you an even closer up look. So as a next step, I'm just going to add a tiniest bit of black liner here along my lash line, because let's be honest, this look is already quite a bit extra. It doesn't need a lot more, and I'm only going for a school run later, so... And no, I don't have my own kids. But this is the Inglot AMC liner, and this is in the shade Sisterhood. This is just a special edition one from the Powerpuff collection, and I mean, look at that. Oh, the girls are upside down. Hold on. Look at that now. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Now, this one only has 2 grams, whereas the full-size Inglot liner has 5.5. So as I mentioned before, I used the Inglot liners before. I never used a black one though, but I have a white one, which is almost fully gone. I'm sure you've seen it on my channel before. I mean, look at that. What is that if not well loved? It's almost gone. But I do really like the formula, and even though they can dry out with the Inglot Duraline, you can just revive them anytime you want. Oh, it has a little foil on it as well. Nice. So we surely know it's been nice and sealed and protected. Oh, there's just something so satisfying about seeing an untouched product. So let me share it with you. I mean, oh, isn't that just satisfying looking at that? But now I will have even more satisfaction by going in there with my brush. Oh, it's just, I don't know, there's something satisfying about it. And I'm gonna just hold the mirror straight in front of me. By the way, the mirror in this palette, I mean, it's a bit dirty now, but it's really, really good. So I'm just gonna hold that in front of me and draw the tiniest line in history. Just like so. So it's an extra bit of something that will help with my mascara, but nothing too much. And am I the only one where my lashes always get in the way? It's because they are fairly long and curled, which I guess is not a bad thing, but when you're trying to do a liner, it always gets in the way. Or even when I like apply false lashes, it's quite annoying. Anyway, let's match up the other eye. And so far I love everything in here, but I knew that I'm gonna love the Inglot liner anyway. I mean, I used this before, I know it's great, and oh, I have black all over my fingers, so I need to clean that before that ends up on my face. Okay, so for primer, I'm gonna use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which, as I mentioned, I got from work, and I never used it on myself, but I used it on others before. So I'm gonna just go in with a pump or two of that. I'll keep pumping till it comes 2 pumps for a lovely dewy complexion. And you can use it with your finger. I'm just gonna apply it, I think, with my foundation brush. Do I want to use this or do I want to use another one? Might use one that's a bit more dense. This chair. It's all the blending makes it squeaky. Oh, it just gives such a nice glow to the skin. If you have crystal clear skin, this is going to be quite nice just by itself as well. Now from foundation, because you've seen me using the Becca Aqualuminous many times before, I'm not going to use that, even though it's a different shade, same finish, so I'm not going to use that today. And as I showed you, I have 2 testers from Smashbox. One of them is the new full coverage foundation, the other one is the hydration foundation, and I was told that under the full coverage one you really have to hydrate, and this primer is more about glow rather than hydration, and my skin is more on the dry to combination side, even though it's breaking out lately. So I don't think I'm gonna use the full coverage one today, maybe tomorrow. Today I'm gonna use the hydration foundation. They are both the same shade. This is 1.05 Warm Olive, and I used this before once. It was quite nice, but I have more in here to test out, and it's about like a medium coverage foundation. Let's start with that much for now, and I'm just gonna take the same brush as I took for the primer. On first application, it seems more like a light to medium coverage, so I'm gonna go back in with a little bit on the areas where I want more coverage, like there. Just gonna add a little bit more. And I have this lovely breakout there. So let's see how buildable it is. Okay, I would say it is pretty nice and buildable. It's not full coverage, but it's a nice medium coverage. And the color is quite a good match too, even though I look like a ghost. If you look to my neck, it's a pretty good match. I'm just pale. Now we're gonna go back with the Becca Aqualuminous Concealer, which again, you've seen me using it before, but this is the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest one in the range, and oop, I don't need it. And just a really nice light coverage hydrating concealer. And finally, it's the right shade. I have Fair and Light, which are still quite light, but not as light as Porcelain. Oh, I look really white on camera. Wow, okay. And before I set my face, I have a cream blush that can be used on the eyes as well. This is the Boutique Convertible Eye and Cheek Jelly in the shade something champagne cream or something like that, but it was clearly on the label, which I don't have on it anymore. And I touched it last time. It's quite a bouncy, putty kind of feel rather than jelly. And see, I don't know how it's gonna work on my cheek because it's quite a light, it looks more like a highlighter. And I feel like this might move my product, so I'm just gonna pat it on with my fingers on the high points rather than on my cheek. I think this will work beautifully as a cream highlighter, but color-wise it doesn't have too much. And when I said convertible eye and cheek color, I thought it's gonna be more of a blush kind of product. I mean, well, it's not that glowy, is it? But I'm gonna put it on the other side anyway. It gives my skin a slight pink hue, but I'm not sure what this is supposed to do. I mean, on my eyes I think it can be a nice natural glowy kind of look, so maybe I will try it on a more natural day, just put a bit on my eye. But on my cheek, I'm not sure. It's too light to be a blush. It's not glow enough to be a highlighter, although on a really natural day it might work. But for now, I don't think this did a lot. Oh well. Now we move on to the boutique boutique HD illuminating finishing powder, and I think this was the most expensive of the whole range of the things I got. I think the only thing that's more expensive there is the eyeshadow palette, and there's a bit in the lid already, so I'm gonna just take that and press it under my eye. Now, even though it's supposed to be translucent, I feel like, oh, it's a bit powdery. Of course, it's a loose powder. But I feel like it's making me a bit more pale, which, who knew it's possible? Maybe I should just go in with a bigger brush, but I quite enjoy setting my face with a small one like this because I can just really press the product in and swirl it around and it fits everywhere. Illuminating. I mean, it's not fully matte, but it's not that glowy either. I mean, it has specks of glitter on it. It didn't really come through on my skin, which to be fair, I'm happy about because I don't want it to be glittery. I mean, it's okay. Is it wonderful and amazing? No. I think this is £5. I'm pretty sure you can find better ones for that in the drugstore for that price. We have quite a lot of product in here, I think, 10 grams, so that is quite a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's okay. It's okay. Do I think it's the best thing in the universe? No. So now that I look really crazy because I'm so pale, I'm gonna first go in with the Boutique Eyebrow Defining Gel, and I just want to set my eyebrows first before I go in with the bronzer so it can dry. This is what I normally do. I set them in place and I go in with some sort of coloring product. And the wand on this is really interesting. It's so long, but it seems to grab the hairs fine. Okay, it doesn't seem to make my eyebrows really sticky or anything like that. If I come closer, you will see it sticks them up quite nicely. The wand I think is unnecessarily long. Like if they could have make it a bit shorter, that would have been quite nice. But it still works fine. Yeah, I think the wand doesn't have to be that long, but the formula itself so far seems quite nice. You will see how it dries, but I do like it on the first impression. And I think this was about £2, so for that, I mean, it's a clear brow gel, you know, it's not gonna do wonders, but it seems to be doing its job quite well. And then while it dries, I'm gonna go in with a bronzer, which I swatched last time, and I'm not gonna lie, it seems a bit too warm. It's the Boutique Bronzer Brick in the shade Latte, and it says it's a skin-loving formula with vitamin E, aloe vera and jojoba. And this is what it looks like. And if I mix all the colors together and swatch it on my hand, it doesn't give much color. It's quite light. There, not even sure you're gonna be able to see it, so I might have to concentrate my brush more on the darker end, even though I'm quite fair. So let's see, I'm gonna take my Becca angled highlighter brush that I always use for bronzer, and I'm gonna mix it all around in all the shades. I mean, there's a bit of something there compared to the other side, but not a lot. Let me just keep concentrating it more on the darker side. But I feel like that's when it gets too warm because the only cooler toned shade is on the bottom. Yeah, I don't feel like it's doing anything, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's doing a little bit of something. And I'm sure if you like really natural, you might like it. But for me, I like to use a bronzer so I have a bit of color. And this one, even though it gives me a bit of color, not a lot of color is happening. So I might have to reach for another bronzer, and I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with this. It seems quite shiny as well, but like in a... Let me see if I can show you the pen to see what I mean. See what I mean? Where my brush touched it, it becomes like... It's not necessarily hard pen, and I mean, I set my face with a powder, so it doesn't feel wet. So what that is, I don't know. But this might have been a waste of a few pounds. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there to the pen. You know what? Let me see if I can scrape the top off. Maybe there's just a funny layer on it and it will have better pigment. Like, you know how some, I think, is it e.l.f. or Essence highlighters or blushes? Let me see if I can do the same with this. See where I scraped it? It's almost like a slightly different color. It's really odd. Alright, let me keep scraping and then we come back and see if it changes anything. Now that we wasted a whole lot of product and I scraped it quite a bit, as you can see, let's see on the other side maybe if it works any different. I would say it gives more color. I mean, I know bronzer is supposed to be warm. I think it's still a bit warmer than I prefer. But it gives more color. Interesting. Bit on my nose. Bit down there, my neck. Not gonna lie, after I film this video, I might go over it with my Charlotte Tilbury one because it's way too warm for my liking. Okay, well. Yeah, this so seems a bit more orange on camera, but in real life they're quite the same. I think it's just the light is different from the two sides. Bye-bye. Next up, what should we do? Oh, I haven't used this brush yet. What is it for? Rebel Edge Medium. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can try this with my highlighter. The Real Techniques one. Yeah, let's use it for the highlighter. But for now, I'm gonna do my under eyes first. So we're gonna go back in the Berry palette, which again, it goes to charity and it performs amazing on my eyes so far. So I have nothing bad to say. I'm gonna just go in a teeny tiny brush and I'm gonna go in the shade Pounce. Make sure I tap it off. I don't want any fallout. And I'm just gonna line my lower lash line with it. And then I'm gonna go back in with an itsy bitsy blending brush. Got it. So my favorite for lower lash blending is the Morphe B16, and I'm gonna dip in both Ferocious and Savannah. So I'm gonna mix the two, tap it off, and I'm gonna use these to blend out Pounce. And then I'm just gonna go back in with a big fluffy brush, the one that we used on the top and the one that we initially used to set up my eyeshadow base, and I'm just gonna go over it to blend, to truly blend. There we go. I'm gonna repeat the same process on the other side. Now that it's done, I'm gonna go in with the Sigma E47, which is this long, small, bendy brush, and I'm gonna dip it in the shade Feline, and I'm gonna apply it both in my inner corner and on my brow bone. Now I really hope this is not gonna be too cool toned. I might go back over it with the highlighter that we used, but I just wanted to try it by itself to start with. It's a really nice shade. Now altogether I love this palette. I would say I'm not sure what jungle that green color is doing in there, and that brown is a bit more cool toned than the rest of it as well. This one is like a bit more on like a neutral side, I would say. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's quite nice. I mean, this one I can see how it can work in the looks. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what that green is doing in there. Maybe it's just for a pop of color. It would have been quite nice to have maybe, I don't know, something else in there. But altogether, I'm really happy with this palette. I love how my eyes turned out. It just screams fall to me with a little bit of a glittery liner in there, which is just something a bit more exciting and different for me. But for now, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna apply a bit of, should we do my brows first? Yeah, let's do the eyebrows. I'm gonna use the Boutique HD brow pencil, and the color of it seems quite good. It's like this cooler tone brown. So far it seems really sharp too. Now the only concern I have is that it has this quite sharp nib, but once it's gone, there's nothing in here to sharpen it, so it might be a bit more hard to be precise after that, but oh well. Now this is my better looking brow to start with. That one is the one that's always needing a bit of help, but let's see. Okay, I think that's quite a good color. All right. No, but let's see what it can do with the other brow. That's always a bit lackluster. All right, I quite like that. Now I can already see, if you look at the nib, that's already quite a bit more flat, but it still did a good job of filling it in. Obviously we'll have to see how it goes, but that's quite good. I quite like it. The color of it is good, the texture of it is good. It's not too creamy, it's not too hard to work with though either. And I might have to beef up this one because that one is always a bit thicker in the front, so hold on. Oh well, I'm gonna stop before I ruin it. But yeah, this pencil, I would have to say, this is the first product from Boutique so far that I truly am impressed with. The eyebrow gel seems to be okay too. It works the same way as my Wet n Wild one. Again, the brush is a bit too long, but the product itself seems to be good. It does what an eyebrow gel should do, so you know, it's just a clear eyebrow gel at the end of the day. And now I misplaced the lid of this. Alright, now that we have brows on, highlighter, and for that I'm gonna use this Powerpuff Girl highlighter, which has the cutest packaging in history. I mean, isn't that the cutest packaging you've ever seen? Oh, I love them. Now, if you would have a superpower, what would you go for? I thought about this, and that, I would say quite a lot, don't know why. And I think, ooh, that's a bit, oh my goodness, it's gonna be beautiful. And I think if I would have a superpower, I would either choose invisibility or being able to read other people's minds, but I would love to be able to like switch it off at times. Ooh, oh, okay. Okay, I might have overdone it and used the wrong kind of brush. This brush seems really soft though. Okay, better on this side. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is not one for the faint-hearted. That might be a bit too much highlight. Bit too much, and I can't believe I say that, but it is a bit much. Okay. But we need to sort of match up the other side because there's not as much on this side. Okay. The tiniest bit on my Cupid's bow. And then the bridge of my nose. Yeah, I think you want to go in with this carefully because as you can see, it's blinding. And it's a lot. Okay, that's beautiful, but it's definitely only for people who love strong highlights. Otherwise, this is a lot. This could be amazing in the middle of the eyelid as well, but I'm not gonna do that today. Should I add a bit in the corner of my eye? Am I gonna ruin the look? Oh well, we're playing today. And this is a bit warmer tone as well. Whoa. Yeah. No, that was a good decision. Alright, so as I said, I would either love to be able to read other people's mind or be invisible. I think that would give me not necessarily so much leverage, but it would give me a lot of advantage. It would, you know, it could help me to get forward in work because I would know what my boss thinks. It would help me, I don't know, maybe be nicer towards my family members at times when I'm, let's say, angry at them because I would know how they think. It would help me a bit more empathic. That's not the word, is it? Or that's not how you pronounce it. But anyway, I would know how they feel is the point. And I think I'm generally, I try to be a nice person, but you know, I can be hot-headed sometimes. So I think that could help with that. And I don't know, I think those are the two qualities that could help me a lot. Either to be invisible and be there when they're thinking out loud or see what other people do and how they do things, or just be able to, you know, read their mind and see what's going on in their head. So I think if I could have a superpower, a superpower, I think that would be it. But let me know, what would you like to have as a superpower? I think it's quite interesting. Now, I don't have any new mascara, so I'm just gonna pop on my Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and I'm also gonna add my Urban Decay eyeliner, the, what's it called, Love Drug, this one, which looks quite purpley, but I think it will still go really nice with this eye. So I'm gonna apply this and some mascara, and I'm back for the lips. Alright guys, now all we have left is lips, and I have two options, both from Boutique. One of them is the moisturizing lipstick in the shade Mocha, which I'm gonna put on first, but then I'm gonna switch over to the other one. I think this is just a really nice moisturizing lipstick. To be fair, it's quite close to my natural lips color. And originally I got the shade Marshmallow, but that was too peachy, funnily enough. And this seems a bit peachy too, but it's a lot more neutral than that was. So this would be the look just with Mocha, but I think I want to go with this liquid lipstick instead, which is the High Coverage Moisturizing Lip Velvet. So it's not really a liquid lipstick, it's more like a moussey velvety feel, in the shade Rusted Orange, which is like this pumpkin color. But I feel like I would need a lip liner with this. Let me see what I have. I might do my hair as well quickly and then I'm back. Alright, so lately I really prefer this like 90s style, half up, half down kind of thing. So that's what I did today. And then for my lips, I don't really have any lip liners that go perfectly with this. So I'm still not sure that what I chose will be the right option for this, but I'm gonna go with it and then we'll see. Did I put it away? Oh my god. So I will use the NYX Slide On Glide On Blah 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 pencil in the shade Brick House. So it's quite a bit darker, but I have nothing orangey like that. They're all a lot more coral. So I think I'm just gonna blend it a bit like that, and then I can go in with this, which previously felt quite nice, and I love the colour. Will it go with this? I don't know, we might have to go back for the nude, but I wanted to try it. The applicator is quite basic, but again it was like what, £2–3, so alright, that's it. Is it a bit too much? It might be, isn't it? But that's a lip colour either way. I quite like it, it's quite a nice feel. And last time it went away quite nicely as well, but I think we might have to swap this up, because it's clashing with the eyes a little bit. Okay. Let me have a think. I assume we should go with a nude, shouldn't we? Cool tone, warm toned. This is fairly warm toned, so nothing cool tone, I think. Alright, let me look around, see what I have, and then I'll be back. Alright, that's the finished look. So at the end, I've just used the Kat Von D studded lipstick in the shade Lolita. And yeah, I really like how this look turned out at the end. The absolute favorites are definitely the eyeshadow palette and this liner, the Glam Crystal Dazzling Gel Eyeliner. It definitely dazzles me. I think it's just beautiful, and I love the fact that this is so pigmented, works so well, blends amazingly, but also at the same time, at least 20% of the proceedings of this palette, and the other one there's 2, the other one is a bit more cool toned, so at least 20% of these goes to charity. And I mean, it works amazing. Look at the colors again, the green, I'm not sure why that's there, but everything there else in there is amazing. And I don't really, I mean, I think that this palette is easily as good as some other high-end palettes that I use. The formula for me is really similar to the Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Obviously this is just cruelty-free, Wet n Wild isn't anymore, which is heartbreaking. I would say that there's a bit of a kickback in the palette, but again, I have those with the Wet n Wild palettes as well, and some more expensive ones as well, so that doesn't really stop me. I really like it, and I would highly suggest you pick this up. It's really good. Now, another thing I really love, these two from Inglot. I mean, can you see my highlight? I think they can even see it from the moon. It's really good. The gel eyeliner I knew before that I love as well, so that's nothing new. Now, the two products that I'm not too sure about is the bronzer. Definitely not too sure about this. The powder seems okay, but it's nothing magical. Now, the concealer and the foundation I really like. The primer too, I really like. What else have we used that's new? Yep, the concealer, I talked about it. I really like this. I have it in other shades. You've seen me using it 1,000 times before. Then this boutique thing, the jelly thing, I will have to try it on my eyes and see. For the cheeks, it definitely didn't really do anything, so I will have to try it on the eyes and see. This one I really like, just not with this eye look, but it is beautiful. So I'm sure I will use this many other times. The lipstick is okay, it's nothing special. It feels quite slippery. I mean, it's supposed to be moisturizing, which obviously I can't really vouch for from using it now twice. But we'll have to see. I think it's gonna just go really quickly, as in like the color. Another two things that I quite liked is the eyebrow gel and the pencil, if I can find it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so these two I quite liked. I think it's a really good product, a pencil. I mean, my eyebrows look quite nice, and the color is really good match, I think, for my hair. So far I quite liked it. The gel as well, it seems nice, but again, it's just a clear gel, so you know, there's only that much that it can do, but I do really like it. Another thing I would like to point out with this palette as well, for someone who has similar colors, like hair color as I do, this might be quite a nice color as well for the eyebrows. Or see how I have like a few little like not, I mean, I have a lot of hair, but sometimes depending on how I put it up I can have some little gaps, so it can be quite nice to fill those gaps up. Should we try? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna take a dense brush, dip it into Prowl, and let's see. But yeah, that adds a nice bit of depth to where it seems like there's not much hair. Although you might want to take a blending brush rather than a dense one like I did, but you live and learn. I don't often do this, not sure why, I just can't be bothered really. Yeah, works quite well for that as well, as you can see. And yeah, I think it could be quite a nice colour for the eyebrows as well. But before I use up half of the eyeshadow palette for my hairline, I'm gonna go. Let me know what you liked most about this look, or which products you like quite a lot or would like to see maybe again. If you have any of these, what was your experience? Then let me just zoom you in for my eye one last time so you can actually see it properly. With this really flattering angle, I will have to do a better job of my lips. I will have to go over the foundation, but excuse that now. And if you just look at my eyes, I love it. It's quite a strong look, but I think it looks so nice. Yeah, I really like it, and look at the highlight. Oh, beautiful. Alright guys, that's it for now. Oh, I'm gonna zoom out, not in, out. So that's it for today's video. Let me know what you thought of these products. Let me give it a bit of a better look with my 90s girl band hairstyle that I've been rocking for about the past 3 days, and I'm not even sorry about it. I don't know, it's making a comeback. But for now, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Please, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. But for now, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye bye, have a nice day.